to 1400. Okay, that is 1 day of price action. And then I was going through in that 1 day and I was labeling all the good trades. So we got a trade of 4% here. Trade at 3%. So this one's a longer trade of 3%. So it looks like, judging from what I'm seeing right now, we're going to analyze it a little bit more. Right now I'm looking for the biggest push-ups. This one's 4%, but this one is 3%. And then this one would be almost 3%. I'm just trying to quickly go through here and analyze all of them. Some of these are not worth it. These would be dead trades. And then we have a sell-off. So this is the sell-off. Not to say that we could predict it. I have zero to predict. I have zero to predict. Let me go back. I think I might need admin opportunities to be able to do that. I don't want. Okay, I'm gonna interrupt this because I'm gonna see if I could pull up this other page that we're trying to start. Okay. Where is the page? Pages. Nope. No, these pages. Let's see what this says. Message. So me and Don are starting a page, but okay, so I'm gonna have to pull back. I can't even do that right now. I have no authorization on this page to do anything. All right, cool. So I explored that for a second. All right, back to this. This 24 hours of price action. So this thin blue line right here, this is my 24-hour section. I'm supposed to be able to put text on here, but let's see what it says. Show text 24 hours. Yeah. That's 1 day of action right here. All right. And boom, 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 boom. Was this predicted? I don't know if I could predict this. I guess that's not how I would look at a 5-minute chart. It's all about entry points. So we would have another entry point here. So I want to analyze these entry points a little bit more closely. Okay, so now that I saw all the big moves, right? So let's analyze them a little bit more closely. So our first move is at 1500, and we have an entry point that I see here. I see low volume. I see a sell-off, or I see what maybe a handful of red candles, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. I see a correlation of red candles, red candles. Would I make this trade? I mean, if I made it off of this, then yeah. But let's analyze. Yeah. So let's say that I did take the stochastic and say, hey, I'm just going to bounce off the stochastic and see what happens. We get right here. And then this is a 4% trade. My thing is I need to do some calculations on what would be good for making an entry trade. What would be good for making an entry trade? Let me think. Let's take. So the way that I wanted to do it was with $10,000. What's 0.3% of 10,000? So let's say we do $10,000 trade, 0.03%. That'd be making $300 of 3%. Let's do it. 1,000 would be $30, right? Right. You got $1,000 times it by 0.03. That gives us $30. $30 for a trade. And this would be another $30. So I would say, so we're doing this live. I'm with you. Like we are like, this is me doing my 24-hour analyzation. And what does that mean for me? Ultimately, what does it mean for me? So that would mean for me something that I could like. So I guess because I've never, so the reason why day trading, let me break this down a little bit. So the reason why day trading for me, let me move this over and put my calculator over here. Calculator. Okay. So the reason why day trading for me was bad or not so good was because I didn't understand it. And I got to the point where I wasn't confident in my trades. I wasn't confident in my analyzation. And I wasn't comfortable losing money. And when you're doing these trades, you're going to lose money. Like, let's say that at this trade right here, because I guess this is cool. We're dealing with 24 hours. This is a 24-hour cycle. No. I wouldn't have made this trade, but I might have been in the trade right here. Because this is an indicator that, at this point, that's a 1% trade. I'd be holding that trade. How long do you hold a trade at 2%? Is 2% worth? Is it worth making $20 off of 1,000 plus fees? So this gets to a point where like, how much am I really trying to scalp here? Because the alternative is the stop loss. When in this trade, do I end it? When I lose, how much do I have to lose in this trade before I'm like, okay, too much? 3% down? Where do I end it? You know what I mean? And we're still in the trade. I guess the trade is at 5% here, but right here is 3%. So this is another solid trade. Is this trade not worth getting into? Though I got all the confirmation of all the sell-off right here, is this trade still worth getting into? Not knowing this is like this here. I'll put it over here. You don't know that's happening. This is your trade. So when you're coming in and if I'm coming in and I'm analyzing this trade right here, I got this confirmation. Like, oh, we have a bottom. Do I know to come in here? Because I just did a successful trade. Oh no, this is a 1% trade. That's weak. Actually, this trade is still be holding then, right? Still no. You still fall off the cliff. You still fall off the cliff. Because the sentiment. Okay, what I do notice, okay, let's say, am I willing to make a trade knowing that the 50 is attitude is down? Because that's what's happening right here. I see the 50's attitude is bending down. We got some volume indicators here, but these would be late. You wouldn't even see these. But they'd be good for, they're good on, these would be still, let's see right here. Wait, right here would be another trade. And it's not even a trade, it's still going down. This is scary. It's scary to think that I can analyze the best trades of yesterday, but I probably would be batting 50%. Probably. Dude, this is stressful. Just looking at all the opportunities you have to mess it up. This is a 24-hour period. We're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successful trades in 24 hours, but like 30 unsuccessful trades. How many of these wouldn't be good? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And some of these are false flaggers. Okay, so right here. Okay, when I get quiet, it's because my brain is having a conversation with myself. Sorry. So we have the 200-day right here. So I'm seeing the 200, I'm seeing the 50, and I'm seeing the 9. And I'm seeing the structure in which I think I want. I love the structure of blue or red, blue, white. 259. 259. Right? So we got 259 wide open, great spread. This one makes a 4% move in the right structure. Actually, if you extend it, it's a 6% move. It doesn't matter. 4% move plus a 3% move. That's this one. But then we cross the 50 right here. Is this a good trade? I mean, it's a good trade overall. Like, you still get your 4%, but it's not like that explosive 4%. It's elongated 4%. And we already know that could turn into extreme pain. Just looking in the 24-hour period we're looking at, I could see the bad trade in there. All right. All right. So now we are forming the exact opposite structure. Oh, we do have an indicator that it's going to go bad. The 50 crosses the 200. So we have the 50 crossing the 200 here. We have the 9 crossing the 200. We're below. We're opposite structure. We should not be trading. And this right here, I guess this prequels this bad trade. So the trade is signaled here, but it's also being, let me see if I could so we have this structure. We have right here, we have a cross. Let me double this up. It's two the same. Okay. And right here we have a cross. Let me see if I could add text. Style. No text. Alright, let me go add some text. Where my text at? So cross the R9MA crossing 200 MA. Wish we could group this together like Photoshop. Is yellow the color I want for this? Is green better color? What's a less alarming color? Purple? Purple works for me. It's different. Change this into purple. Alright, cool. So we got the 9MA crossing right here. And then we'll put that up there so it's like, or maybe put right here. Right? We have the 9MA crossing, the 200. We're in the 5-minute chart of Ethereum. We're going to start, I'm going to do this is a different style of video, different approach. So let me grab this one, copy, paste. This one, I'm going to keep it yellow. All right, this is the 50 MA crossing the 200. So we have two bad indicators of a downward trend. So all the price action in this downward trend would be, I mean, this is beautifully going in the wrong direction. So we have red, blue, white. So this would be 950, 200. This structure right here. Let me box that out. Let me get some. I mean, we're seeing a lot of stuff in this little bit of space. How do you just draw a box? Is there a box? I'm looking for a box. I don't see it. Do they have boxes? I just don't see a box. I'm blind. There has to be more tools to this. There's a rectangle right here. That's a box. So right here. So this, when this structure right here happens, this rectangle box, when you see this structure, we're really trying to analyze. Let me add some text to this. All this stuff is going to get erased. I'm going to erase all this stuff when we're done. I'm just doing this so that we could like it could be shown and be obvious. I want to write down what's going on so we're all seeing. So the moving structure that I don't know how to spell structure. Our structure is flipped. 200 MA on top, followed by the 50 MA and 50 MA, and then the 9 MA. So that's what I'm trying to highlight with that with this purple box, is we're seeing the structure form right here. It starts right here's the structure. So this should be identified and made clear. These are the prequel indicators that this one's really like, this one's the soft indicator, this is the hard one. When the 50 crosses at 200 in the 5-minute chart, if we're doing I'm doing my best to, I ain't putting no money in. I'm just going to do analyzation of, if I was to day trade, this is what I would have to be doing. And I'm going to keep doing it until I feel comfortable. That's what they told me. That's what they said to do. They go, do soft trades, do your analyzation, try to figure out exactly what's going on. So let me give you a 24-hour period of Ethereum and where it's going. So now we have another thing happening here. Let me see if I can take another rectangle. Can I steal you? Ooh, another rectangle. Move you here. So now we have, so right here we have another box of information. This is where, right here, the 9 crosses the 50 back up. This would be the 9 MA crossing the 50 MA up. So right here we have the 9 MA crossing the 50 MA. That's happening like right here, and this is like live. Like we just have crossed it. Okay, let's go through some more stuff. Some more indicators. So these are major ones that we want to highlight. I'm liking this rectangle thing. Rectangle gives me what I want. And then I can localize the information in there, and everybody knows what I'm talking about. Why is that so big? I don't want it to be that big. But I want it to be obvious. Okay. We'll do this, and we'll do this. So, okay, boom, boom. Hopefully that visually makes sense. What happens if I double click this? Can I make it like a lighter hue of yellow? Woo! Style. Yellow. Get the fuck out of here. All right. That too thick? Okay. Boom. All right, cool. So now we could, maybe this is obvious. So that right there at that moment where that arrow is pointing to, it's showing you that's what it's showing you. It's showing you the 50 crossing the 200, which is, hey, relax, buddy. These are not good trade. We're not in a good trade cycle currently. As a matter of fact, this does prequel this. So this goes together. You could almost see the trend going down. All right. So we have, I feel like this is very properly knocked out. This trade would have been a bad trade. Let me go do an arrow here and saying, this would have been a bad trade right here. But it looks good. It looks good. But it's a bad trade. Penelope Constantina, close your door. Because you're loud. All right. Maybe I won't. I will take that out because we kind of are determining once we get into here, we have to be careful. Be careful. Maybe this is a stop where we set the trade in the opposite direction. So our holdings now are in selling, or if we hit a threshold, a stop loss of a certain like 3% down, because the chances of this massive sell-off happening is not is do I almost want to say imminent? So over here, while the structure is holding, we have the 9, we have the 50, but then we have the 9 crossing back up. So I guess the MA is showing us that strength that we wanted to see. Are we seeing the strength? Is the strength going up? Like, are we in an upward trend? So the MAs are showing us a trend line going up. Let's say that I'm here and I can't see the information. I know all this information. I don't care. I do have some if I want to, I don't want to go too far left because this is not part of our 24-hour period. But within that period, we have this indicator right here. So we have this crossing that's setting up ourselves for where we're at currently. But if I'm here, am I confident to make this trade? Let me see. That's a 3% trade. It could be easily a higher percent trade. But do I use this, if I'm right here, am I confident here to make the trade? Because this is the starting point. I have to ignore, well, I can't ignore, but I kind of have to ignore where it's coming from. It's like a 2% drop. But do I be like, oh, but the structure is there? Does the structure of the MA allow me to keep moving forward? In my head, I got to ask myself this question and be like serious about it. Am I able to do that confidently? Because it gives me a really good trade, but I don't know that. I have to ignore that exists. Probably wouldn't. Being completely honest, it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like I could do that with this one. But it looks good. So what I do have is great structure. I got great structure right here. That's showing me that we're still up. We haven't crossed. So I guess, do we analyze this later? We're gonna come back to this in another day. We're not gonna analyze left. We're not going left anymore. We're only gonna be going forward in these 24-hour periods. And I could say that I'll write it down so that we're like, you could understand where I'm coming from. And then when I do say it, I print it somewhere. So this one's saying that the moving R in line. R in line. 200. That's the structure we want. So we are going to throw a box around the structure right here because that's what I want. This is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this structure right here. specifically. Let me just put the box around it, and I want to go through that structure and say that that's what I'm talking about. Then there's a trade in that structure. This is a good trade. This is a great trade. We hit our 3%. So if I'm going to be day trading, I want to be day trading with this 3% understood. Like, I want to make 3% trades. I want to make my 30 bucks. Do I make my 30 bucks here? Do I make, whatever. I want to make my 30 bucks. Well, I'm reluctantly here to admit that not taking the MA seriously. Okay, what else indicators can I use to determine right now I'm just observing. I'm observing the chart as it stands, and I'm trying to, because I have dumped a bunch of information out, and I outlined some good trades, and now I'm starting to analyze the MAs. This price action going up, not to say that it's predictable, but it's not out of structure. We'll say that. A 4% right here is in structure for me, so I like that. This 3% in structure for me, so I like that. I like the structure. I like these two trades. Okay, let's go. Here, I don't see the structure's there. Okay, we would be right here. So this would be the next one. But we're making this trade out of structure. So do I ignore this trade out of structure? I don't like the structure. Do I make a trade knowing that the 9's under the 50? Or would it be better to make the trade here, where I'm in structure? Let's go right here. I'm in structure. We're going to come down to here. Even though I'm in structure, there's just not enough price action. It's weak. It's a weak trade. Why don't I make this trade? I'm here. Do I take like this momentum into account? When is the structure important enough that I could confirm it with the stochastic? So far the stochastic's analyzing all the good entry points, all the possible. These are a bunch of possibles. Like, you have a 5% chance, but it's going to land here. It's going to land in one of these stochastic points. The stochastic is going to hit a certain point that's going to analyze a great trade. The next good trade is right here at 3%. I'm not going to wait. Let me analyze this one. This is a 3%. So this one works too. Kind of freaking barely. That is tough. Maybe I'm being am I being too ambitious with a 3% trade? Should I be going for 2% trades? Would that be proper scalping? Did I set my okay, wait. Let me rewind back because I just saw something, and I'm so terrible at vocalizing what I'm seeing. I'll be on a direction. My brain will be having two different thought patterns at the same time. So what I was thinking, I was looking at the distance of the 200 from the 50. So what was that one that wasn't a good trade? Nope. It feels the same. Look at the distance. The distance holds here, here. There's no reason why this is blowing off. No, I mean, I guess there's some volume here. I don't know. That doesn't make sense. Even though it's a good trade and we're in structure. Yeah. This is tough. This is tough. I definitely don't feel confident. And then we have two crosses here. Move across here. And we got the 50 cross here. We have two crosses. Which in this scenario, which is very identical. So we have two scenarios and we have two different outcomes, right? Same scenario. Let me make it crystal clear what's happening here. No, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to take this asset. No. Jesus Christ. It just won't let me drag it. I'm not saying it doesn't like me. I'm saying that I'll make it big then. Then I can move it. Jeez. All this is bothering me. All right, boom. Oh, it's weird. I can't make it smaller. Right, anyways, boom, right there. So this is the 50 crossing. I'm gonna make it blue because I want it to be easily understood that this is a 50 MA. And then I'm gonna make this one white because this one's for the 9 MA. So it's clear, like I'm trying to make it crystal clear on why I'm making certain colors. So if I saw it at a glance, I'd be like, oh, that's a 9 indicator, that's a 50 indicator. This is a 9 indicator. And this is a 50 indicator. Boom. Okay, boom. 9 and 50 indicators. It's clear what I'm looking at. So these two cross right here. The 9 crosses the 50 right here. Or 9 crosses 200. And the 50 crosses the 200. So in this scenario is the same as this scenario. Pretty much right when they cross, it's pretty much the same. We have some sell off, we have some sell off. But this rebounds and crosses back up and this goes back down. It's the same thing. So I don't know if I can analyze these MAs the same because just like they're close to identical to me. it looks identical. I don't know if I'm missing something. Maybe you could tell, if you're watching, you'd be like, hey, you missing this critical point here, but that's not what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the same structure twice, and I'm seeing two different. So I guess I can make a in my head I can make a pattern because I'm trying to find correlations. I'm trying to find things that go. So does it start off with okay. Now this is gonna sound crazy. Oh my god. My brain's starting to I'm starting to wring my brain out right now. Which is okay. This is just means that I'm destroying an idea in my head. So does this mean right here when it first crosses, when the first two crosses, it still mean there's a potential, but when it crosses the second time, that the run is over? Does this pattern need to occur twice? Is this pattern of the 950 cross, is this pattern what indicates? Does this pattern happen at the top of a cycle? So like if we consider this the bottom of the cycle and this the bottom of the cycle, which I would assume the bottom of the cycle. If we would consider this bottom of the cycle, taking, oh wait, we only can use 24 hours. So we're going to use a 24-hour cycle. This would be the bottom of the 24-hour, and this would be the bottom of the 24-hour. We're only using 24 hours in this scenario that I'm bringing up. So this would be the bottom of the 24. This would be the bottom of the 24 that I could see. So if we're analyzing bottoms, okay, let me write that in. That's important text. Bot of 24 hour. Bottom of 24-hour cycle. Today's a really good day when it comes to that. This is structure, right? Let me move that information there. This would be the bottom of the 24-hour cycle. So we could definitely have two bottoms of the 24-hour cycle. That is accomplishable. I could do that with confidence and be like, we're going to have the bottom of the beginning and we're going to have the bottom of the end. No matter what part of the 24-hour cycle, there's going to be the bottom of the beginning and the bottom of the end. Doesn't matter. Those points are infinitely possible. Got it. Like that, we'll take that into account. Whew. What does it mean, though? All right. So, as we're analyzing this 24-hour cycle, this entry point seems really, really good just because we're coming down from... We have a 11% off. Not currently, but, we can analyze it that we're at the bottom of this cycle. Boom to boom. That is the bottom. There's no further bottom from here. And there's no further top from here. We have a 12% move. On average, 20% moves are rare in 24 hours. So this would be the top of the 24-hour cycle. This would be the bottom. This is the bottom price. That's the bottom of 24 hour and bottom price. So that should cycle. Wait, and then I'll make another one that says bottom price. Right? And then let's add another one up here saying the top. top 24-hour price. That's located right there. Okay, now I added another metric to the matrix. Woo! Analyzing. All right. So what I could say confidently with the stochastic, if it's at the bottom of this stochastic, then absolutely that is where your entry point's going to be. It's going to be right there. Once we're going to cross down here, the entry point's absolutely there. Now, how much money is it good for? I never even watched a video on this of how to day trade. I watched videos on day trading and they were super weird and I didn't understand it. Not they were super weird, but they were super like, this is like, okay, maybe I took people's opinion and I was like, and flushed it before they gave them a chance. Because it wasn't in a way that I could digest it. All right. So let's go. This is a lot of work. But once it's all in there, I can now shit. I mean, I'm predicting the next 24-hour cycle. That's what I'm predicting. So what is this structure right here? Because right now we're like shooting back up. Like no. We're just okay. So right now we had that massive sell-off that happened right here. So we have the massive sell-off when we identify this structure. Right? So we have this structure right here. We'll put that here. So we have that, right? This is just the bounce correction. Like, selling off this much is always going to create a bounce. Like, no matter what. Anything that when we have too much buy pressure, we sell off. Like, so like here we have all this buy pressure and then we have this sell off. It's this part of the course. It's not just, we don't deal with straight lines. We deal with wavy lines. So we're going to get that. But this isn't far-fetched for the 9 to drop as much as it's dropping and then for there to be a rally on the 9. That should be normal for the rally down. Like these go together. This and this go together. They are linked. Intermittently linked. My problem is I'm seeing some bullshit over here, then it's making me think that they're correlated. This structure here of the crossing and this crossing over here makes me feel like it indicates this. I might be completely wrong. I feel completely that this should be I feel like this should be completely wrong. That's how I feel it should be. But I can't. So I feel like identifying the bottom and top of the 24-hour cycle is important. Because at least gives you some type of confidence if we're taking we're taking that. Basically, the furthest distance from top to bottom would be your most clearest entry point. So right here, we identified the most price action in 24 hours and the least price action in 24 hours, right? So you got a 3% trade here, and we have I'm going to end it almost right here, and we have a 4% trade here. So we have these two trades again, boom, boom, and boom. I don't want to go back. I'm not going back. I'm not going backwards. I'm not going backwards. I'm not going to go backwards. I'm not going to go backwards. What I'm going to do is I'm going to relax. I think I'm here. This is where I'm going to stop on this particular chart. And let me publish this. This will be the... I don't know what that means. I don't know why it's not letting me publish it. I want to publish the idea. Then I could give you this exact chart. All right. So another thing that would be easy for me to quickly identify is the bottom of, like, identifying the 24-hour cycle. So if I'm going to just quickly refresh, the bottom of the 24-hour cycle would be here, I believe, or here. And then we have the top of the 24-hour cycle, and then we would need to see what the distance between that is. So bottom to top, that's a 10%. So there's 10% of price action, which would have been 3 trades. So there's 3 trades going up here. And then on the bottom, we have negative 11% or negative 12%, which would be 4 trades in the way bottom going in the exact opposite. So this would give me an indication that we have more bottom. Okay, so from the bottom to the top, let me see, from the top, bottom to the bottom, we have a distance of 5%. Almost 6%, 550. So realistically, we can make a trade for like 6% to hit the back of the other one. Realistically, creating this triangle. This shit feels like fucking gibberish at this point. It's like I'm writing an alien with all this information on the board. But yeah, there's a triangle. Oh shit, that triangle's pointing. That is a fucking arrow. That's not a triangle. That's a fucking arrow. You want me to make it big? I'll make it huge. And you'll see what I'm trying to say in a second. This is going to be funny. There's the point of the arrow. So this is the bottom creates the back of the arrow. And this is like, I don't know how to make this any more absurdly big and absurd. Can I make it like less visible? I can't make it less visible. Okay, but you could see, so we have the bottom of the cycle that creates one part, or the first part of the triangle, and there's going to be a triangle in every 24-hour cycle. I don't know why I'm doing this. Is crazy. This is blowing my mind a little bit. Not really, but I'm glad I got here through complete overanalyzation. Like, this is like ridiculously overanalyzed, but we got it. We have the bottom of the cycle of the 24-hour cycle. We have the top of the 24-hour cycle. that creates the back of the triangle at this point. Because if the top was lower or higher, it's going to create a point no matter what. We have 3 points, and they're going to be at different levels, and they only could point. I guess it's where the bottom of the cycle is. On the last one would determine the nose direction of the arrow. So the nose would always point to the bottom of the the first bottom of the 24-hour cycle, or the beginning, the establishing bottom of the 24-hour cycle will always have the back of the arrow, and the top of the price of the 24-hour cycle will always give you, well, the top's pretty high, but yeah, it doesn't matter, it's pointing down. If the bottom was higher, it would be pointing, it would give you a direction of where we're pointing. But in the 24-hour cycle, this is clearly pointing down. Damn, that's crazy. But it also determined the length of these all determines when did we hit the all-time high in the 24 hours. This when. Because if it's over here, it's going to be more stark. But if it happened right away, it gives you a different pitch. Holy shit, that's fucking sick. I like that. But not only would the moving averages be showing it, just the price would be pushing which way we're going. In this 24-hour cycle, it looks like we're going down. Because this would be a new bottom. When we start the next 24-hour cycle, it would be right around here would be the new bottom. Oh, I'm pointing on the screen. Right over here would be the new bottom of the next 24-hour cycle. That's nuts. I feel like I just fucking should get a badge. Creating a triangle. I guess that's a review. If you were watching this video and you were paying attention, you saw it all come together, and it wasn't crazy. But sheesh. Let me try to. I'm gonna make this bigger so I can see everything, and I'm gonna take a snapshot. And I'm gonna add it to the. Oh my god. How does that work? Where's my. I don't get resolution. It says resolution's too small. What the fuck? Make copy. This is a 24-hour layout. Control Alt Shift. Control Alt S. Okay. What else did I could do in here? It was Control Shift S. What does that do? Control Shift S copies image. Control Alt S saves an image. Okay, got it. That's what I want. I'm gonna take this image. I'm gonna put it into the final one, right? And then I'm gonna put that image. Can I put a picture in here? No, that's not what I want. But I'll put this image into the thing. Crazy. We're looking for the most acute point for direction. That's what I learned. Well, I learned a lot of stuff doing this one. Hopefully tomorrow when we do it again, it'll feel a little bit different. But I'm going to end the live on this one specifically, and then we're going to do the Ethereum fuller overview. Or should I just continue it? And then I don't want to cut the video. I don't want to cut. I don't want to edit. I want to make this easy for me to be able to send out and digest. But yeah, cool. I'm going to leave this one done. This is just a 24-hour analyzation. That's what I'm going to do with this one. Then on my next one, I'm going to be doing another video. All right, cool. See you guys later. Holy shit, learned a lot. Bye.